Right, here we go. Woo, welcome everybody. We're gonna be jumping into my podcast right now. Do a mic check. What's up, Stream Elements? What's good? Let me get my music on real quick, you guys. This is how I hit my rock bottom for the very first time and how I dealt with it. Stuff in life that we take for granted, you know what I'm saying? Just like being able to be here and wake up today and not fucking be in a fucking grave or be in a fucking prison somewhere or fucking who knows what, you know what I mean? It could be way worse. Your situation could always be worse, always. And that's one thing that I learned in my life is never take for granted the little things in life because they can fucking be gone in a drop of a hat. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is in life, nothing is promised to you. What's up everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Now this is my introduction back to the podcast. I took quite a long break, about 6 months, and a lot has happened, you guys. So those that have seen my podcast before know that basically the podcast is called Willpower, and it's based on my story of basically being an addict for 16-17 years of my life, and then just completely stopping and changing my whole life around, having a family, just completely changing my whole world around, you know what I'm saying? And I was facing like 15-16 years in prison. I overdosed multiple times, done all kinds of stuff, you know what I mean, in my life. And I just want to show, basically this podcast I created because I want to show people that you can get out of that. You can get out of that life. You can get out of suffering every day, waking up fucking sick every fucking morning. You can get out of that whole cycle of going back and forth to jail, back and forth to prison, or whatever the addiction or the problem or issue is in your life that keeps you going downhill. You know what I mean? You can break that. And you don't need, you know, all these different programs or this and that. You know, you can do anything you can possibly think of with your power of your will, with your own willpower. You know what I'm saying? It's about how bad do you want it? You know what I mean? If you're addicted to something, how bad do you not want to live like that anymore? You know what I'm saying? And it's like sometimes it takes some serious shit to happen in life. You know what I mean? For you to even snap that you're not living right, you're not going down a right path. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically just a little rundown of what my podcast was about in the past. You know what I'm saying? Kind of just a rundown and a recap of my life and how I changed everything around and shit. And basically what I wanted to talk about on this episode, I'm gonna have somebody help me over here. They're giving me a little bit of assistance. It's my boy Chris. So I want you to introduce you guys to him. He's gonna be helping me ask some questions and just, you know, keeping me on the narrative. You know what I'm saying? So this is Chris. You can go ahead and introduce yourself, buddy.
My name is Chris. Like Skills said, I'm currently 14 years old. I'm gonna be turning 15 in about 3 weeks, and I'm basically just gonna help Skills today because I chose to help him because I've seen his YouTube on Terrell's stream, and I think he's just a really good influence because I think he's went through stuff that some people can't even imagine.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I know that you just ended up just reaching out to me like that, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Not many people are willing to like throw themselves out there like that. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it. But yeah, basically, I guess what I want to start with today is what happened to me this last month. And so basically on October, I don't know if a lot of people do watch my streams and stuff like that. Some people come and go here and there, but on the 12th of this month, you know, I actually just straight collapsed on stream. They said it was like a heart attack, but it was a cardiac failure or something like that, right? And basically my oxygen wasn't getting to my heart, and it caused me to go into cardiac arrest. So basically live on fucking stream, I fucking just collapse and basically die on stream. Fucking, they're trying to, you could hear fucking my wife screaming, they're calling ambulance, I'm turning purple, I'm not breathing, they're thumping on my chest, and all this shit's live, you know what I'm saying? And this shit is just crazy because we don't know what caused that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I have a heart pacer and stuff because of a few years ago. I had an infection in my heart. Okay, so this was 2013, 2014. I think I had an infection in my heart. Okay, and they had to do the antibiotics, IV antibiotics, kill the infection and stuff. And then after that, my heart was a little bit damaged. That tricuspid valve was damaged, so they had to put a pacer in there. You know what I mean? So to help it pump my heart, basically. So ever since then, my heart's been on a pacer. Okay, so but it's been already a few years, you know, 3 years with the heart pacer, 4 years with the heart pacer, and no problems. I haven't had no issues, nothing really, like nothing's happened. Everything's been working fine. Everything was good. But then just like all of a sudden in a drop of a hat, boom, you know what I mean? Something tragic like that happened. And it's crazy because, you know what I mean? You never know when you're gonna go. You never know when it's your last day. You know what I mean? You never know if today's gonna be your last time seeing your loved ones. You just never know, you know what I mean? Tomorrow's never promised to you. And some people don't really realize that until it's too late. You know, I used to take a lot of stuff for granted. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff, even just like the little things, you know what I mean? And I didn't really care about how I affected others, how I affected my loved ones, you know, even not like doing fucked up shit towards them or anything like that, but just using and being a fuck up myself, you know what I mean? Hurting myself hurts the people that love me, you know what I mean? So I was real selfish in my days, you know what I mean? When I was basically an addict out there, you know what I mean? And it took a long time for me to realize that I deserve to live happy, you know what I mean? That I deserve to have a happy life, you know what I'm saying? And just because I was put into that predicament, like when I was being raised, dog, I was being raised back and forth from my mom and my grandma. My dad was in prison. He went to prison the year I was born. Okay, in 1991, he went to prison for homicide. Didn't come out till 2004, 2005, and then when he did come out, he just went right back. You know what I'm saying? So like I never had that there, never had a father figure there or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Terrell? What's good, dog? Appreciate you stopping by, dog. Yeah, I never had no one like that, you know what I'm saying? So basically I was growing up and I was raised by my homies on the streets, either that, and I was back and forth between my grandma because she let me do whatever the fuck I wanted to do, and me and my mom would beef a lot, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta think, everybody, like when I say my grandmas, it's not like some normal ass grandma and grandpa type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like my picture this, her dad, my great grandpa, is like, he was like one of the biggest dope dealers in all of New Mexico. And fucking, so that was just tied into my family. So you get a picture. So my grandma, she was an addict, and then all down the line, my dad was a heroin addict. Like it just went down the whole family fucking tree, and everybody around me was using. Before I even turned 13, 14, I was already a full-blown heroin addict. And it's just sad to say that I never knew nothing different. I was raised like that. I didn't know nothing different. This was my surroundings. This is what I was put into. You know what I'm saying? So I was just there, just doing what I thought I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, it just goes without saying how someone's life could like be drastically set up for failure. You know what I mean? And it really takes a lot of fucking willpower to fucking stand up and be like, nah, I don't want to live like this no more. Nah, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a real bold heart to be able to stand up against your own fucking desires and your own thoughts and your own way of living for such a long time. You know what I'm saying? So Rod says, I'm on the same boat, never had my dad since a foster, been running the streets, living with grandmas, etc. Yeah, I feel you, bro. See, so you know how I feel. You never had that that male figure there to be like, nah, don't do that. Nah, if you do this, you're gonna get fucked up type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I was just out there thugging, doing whatever the fuck I wanted, like it was no consequences. You know what I'm saying? And it led me to fucked up places, dog. It led me to fucked up places. And, you know, though I gotta say, my grandma was always there for me no matter what. Till the day that she died. She was there for me till the day that she died. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's sad to say that if she didn't constantly enable me to use, like if she said, nah, I'm not gonna use with you, or nah, I'm not gonna share this with you, or I'm not gonna do that, like I'm talking about like doing dope and shit like that, then maybe it wouldn't have been so intense. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that everybody did it like it was the thing to do, they made it to where like, oh, it was okay, it was just a thing to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of fucked up, you know. Volunteered my ass for failure, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad I pulled my head out of it, you know what I'm saying? I pulled my head out of it, and it wasn't easy. It took 25 years of my fucking life, basically, dog. You know what I'm saying? Really like 15, but I mean seriously, like it took my whole fucking life, you know what I'm saying? And it's sad to say, like, now that I'm clean, I'm having to deal with all these fucking repercussions, you know, dealing with what the fuck I did to my body, and fucking all the shit that comes with being a fucking user, you know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy that now that I'm clean and shit, I'm so much more happy and I'm so much more excited, but I still come to these hard parts in my life where like I feel like I could be gone at any moment, and I don't want to leave my kids, dog. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I really need to be there for them. You know what I mean? I feel like I really need to be there for them, and I don't want them to experience the shit that I went through. You know what I mean? And not having a father there, you know, regardless as if he was in prison or if he was dead or whatever the fuck the situation is, it wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't want that for my kids. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I had to stand up and like really make the decision, like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna fuck around. I'm not gonna fucking do no dumb shit. You know what I mean? I love to smoke weed, and I love to fucking play games and shit. So I started gaming, and that's just what I'm comfortable at. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable. And now that everything's, you know, getting put together and trying to create a little business out of everything seems to be working good. But it scares me, dog, that at any point in time, yo, I could just be gone. You know what I'm saying? And it's just trist, because there was nothing I could have did to stop that. I mean, I know a few of you guys seen that shit, and there was nothing I could have did to prevent that. I wasn't doing anything I wasn't supposed to be doing or anything. It just happened, dog. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy, dog. Like, I'm worried more for my kids. What's up?
What was your main motivation to keep you sober, though, since you've kind of gotten out of the drug game?
My main, like I said, my main motivation is definitely my kids that I recently had. See, I have 3 boys that I just had. They're all under 5. I have a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old and an 8-month-old. And really, when I was stopping, I was when my girl just had my oldest, right? So it was our first kid together. And not only were we having a kid, but I had gotten real sick. I had gotten that heart infection. So like, it took multiple things to make me snap. It wasn't just one thing. It was like, my kid is coming, I gotta be there for him. And that was like my solid motivation right there. But then also like the fact of almost dying. Again, thinking, oh shit, I could not be here for him. You know what I mean? So that made that bond even stronger. So it's like, definitely my kids were definitely my main motivation. I mean, more because I don't want them to go through what I went through. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely my kids is my main motivation. Yeah. What else? Yeah. So like I was saying, I wouldn't want that shit to happen like what happened before. So I'm trying to do like everything I need to do to try to strain from that, even if it's just little things like stopping cigarettes and fucking stop drinking energy drinks so much and shit like that. You know what I mean? Just trying to do any little thing I can. Because I don't know if you know, Chris, but like a few weeks ago, dog, I collapsed on stream, bro. Straight died on stream, dog. Fucking,
Yeah, I've heard about that.
yeah, and fucking, so yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to give you an idea of what I was talking about. But yeah, so it's like, it just scares me, dog, because there was nothing I could have did to prevent that. You know what I mean? And that's what my like biggest fear is to leave my kids behind. But you know, I'm not gonna let nothing break me. And the fact that I stayed fucking strong and stayed clean and stayed fucking, you know what I mean, at my weakest point, you know what I mean, at my weakest point, you know, I still fucking stood fucking bold and stayed strong, you know what I mean, and didn't fuck up and didn't go fucking get high like fuck it or nothing, you know what I mean. I was like, nah, I gotta be here for my babies. These are the most important things in my life, you know what I'm saying. So I don't know, this shit just hits home, dog, when you never know if you're gonna wake up the next morning, you know what I'm saying. So now I just stick to my weed and I just chill and do my little YouTube thing. And I do it more for a hobby and because I enjoy doing it. Not so much like, oh, these YouTubers like, oh, I'm doing it for money. I'm doing it for the money. No, we gonna get paid. No. Yeah, that's cool if we get paid, you know what I mean, along the line for doing all our work and shit like that. But that's not my main focus. You know what I'm saying? My main focus is basically reaching out to everybody, letting them know, you know what I mean, don't take life for granted and just to have some fun. You know what I mean? Let's have some fun. And I love gaming. You know what I mean? So that's what I do. I love to create content. So, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's what's been working for me. And yeah, it's just crazy how life goes by so fucking fast. How old do you think I am, Chris?
I don't know. I mean, since you said you had like what 3 boys and like 2 other kids, I don't remember the gender, but I'm guessing you're around 30 to 40, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm 32. I was born in 91. Yeah, people would say I look a lot younger in the stream and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm gaming and shit. But yeah, it's been on my mind like fuck, and I especially just wanted to talk to everybody too about the shit that happened and you know, basically didn't get no fucking answers from the hospital. They really don't know what happened. I had loss of oxygen to the heart or some shit, and then I went into cardiac. So that's basically all the information they got from me, and I didn't really know what the fuck happened. And that's what scares me is that, you know what I mean, what if this shit happens again type shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like I said, I just got to keep my hopes up, you know what I mean, and just pray that fucking just do. I could only control what I can control. I'm not gonna like stress myself out about things I can't control. So every little thing that I need to do, as far as that's in my control, like, you know, with the cigarettes and shit, stop smoking the cigarettes and little things like that, you know what I mean, that'll fucking help my health, you know, and just because I want to be here for my babies, you know what I'm saying? It's like fuck. But I just know I gotta keep my head high, and I know that if I can beat fucking addiction, then I can beat this, you know what I'm saying? I can be happy and not have to fucking sit here and worry and stress and fucking do none of that. I'm just gonna live out my fucking days happy with my fucking kids and teach them everything that I feel they should learn, and then just go on with my life, you know what I'm saying? I'm just happy that I got the chance to fucking get up here and say, hey, I'm clean and this and that, you know what I mean? Because it could have went a very different route. Very different route. But I'm going to be doing more episodes like this probably every Monday. So if you guys are interested in, you know, hearing little stories like this about, you know, what's going on in my life, more like blogs and type of podcast stuff, just holler at me. Let me know in the comments. And basically, if you have any questions, Chris?
I mean, yeah, right now I do. Like, you said you collapsed on stream, so was that your first near-death experience, or did you have others as well in your past?
I've had one other. One other that I could remember. They said that my grandma said that I overdosed on her one time, but I don't remember nothing about that. You know what I mean? But well, that could have been counted as a near-death experience, but I didn't. You know what I mean? I didn't remember anything. That was just like what they told me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But in 2009, I had gotten shot. Right? I got shot with two 9mm, and after they removed them, I guess there was like shrapnel or something like that inside my leg, and it gave me this infection called necrotizing fasciitis or something. It's like a flesh-eating bacteria, and it was just from the infection, and basically it fucking was getting into my blood, and they basically I was dying, and I got really close to dying. And I remember they had my heart like on like a little machine where they were like monitoring it, and I remember seeing that fucker just go black, and then they said that I fainted or had like some type of stroke or some shit, and I didn't wake up for like 6 hours, 7 hours, but it was just like I heard black and just a bunch of noise around me. Like, it was weird. But that was like my closest to, like, besides what happened recently, to a near-death experience. Like, it was just like I heard a black and just a bunch of noise, but I didn't wake up for 6 hours, so who knows how long I was out, or I was, you know what I mean, or if I was just in a coma or what. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know what the fuck. But yeah, there's this last one though. This last one scared me. Because my heart actually stopped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they were really worried. They were really worried about damage to the brain and all that stuff, because the lack of oxygen to the brain for so long. They said it was about 3 minutes by the time the ambulance were able to get to me. Well, my chick I was already purple, like 3 minutes purple, not breathing. But it just makes you think, like, you know, you never know when you're gonna go. Anything could happen, you know what I mean? So you can't take life for granted. Yep. Yeah, so I'm thinking about doing some more stuff on like some type of paranormal aspects of different subjects like that. Got a couple stories I want to tell, so I'm probably gonna make some content on that too. Yeah, but I really want to start doing the podcast a lot more often, and I'm probably gonna get like other people to interview and different stuff like that, you know what I mean? And if anybody wants to tell their story or anything like that, you guys could hit me up also. And yeah, with that, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and close it up. I appreciate you, Chris, though, for being here, giving me someone to talk to. You know what I'm saying? While we're on this.
Problem.
And yeah, so next Monday, guys, I'll start up the next podcast. And with that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and close it out, bro.
and know. If you really bout it now and you hold a nigga.